Sometimes in the summertime, we have a tendency to forget about locking our doors. We assume that a locked screen door is going to keep out invaders, but that's not the case. You have to be very thoughtful, and Kenneth Rubin is here this morning. He was formerly with the FBI. He is now the president of National Sentry Security. And good morning. Nice to have you. Thank you very much for coming this morning. I guess people just get careless in the summer. They don't want to batten the hatches.
Correct. And usually crime happens a lot in the summertime. So again, it's time to get the locks and the alarms put on. I can show you a few locks and alarms and how they work.
All right, what do we have here, first of all?
Okay, basically what we have is a keypad and a window and a door here.
All right.
And again, it prevents against opening and breaking.
Now this gives you, this is the whole system, everything you'd need.
Correct. This is the whole system which you need in a basic security system for a home and or small business.
What's this?
Okay, that's what we call a keypad. That's like a command center which turns off the alarm at night and during the day. And I can show you how to do it.
That?
Okay, so we're going to push in a combination, okay, and it's starting an alarm. Okay, we leave the door. This is the door which is an entry-exit delay door, and we shut the door, okay?
That was this.
Okay,
Door's closed.
and we're going to come back through this door. Okay, let's say we're not going to come through this door. Let's open this window.
Go over to the other place and see the window. All right.
Okay.
Aha.
That goes off, and then there's going to be a siren noise going off.
Burglary. You have violated an area protected by...
Oh, that's embarrassing when you do that by mistake at night when you're coming into your house.
That happens, correct.
Or the cat does it and the cat's not there to turn it off.
Correct. So again, that's when an intruder detects through a window or a door or another type of device like a carpet mat or what we call a motion detector, which is this device over here.
And where's that again?
Okay, this particular unit here.
All right, that's this.
Yeah, and that works in conjunction on body heat. If it detects motion or body heat of an animal or human being, the alarm will go off.
My body heat it can read?
It will read your body heat, yes, yes.
But now, again, that would be not a good one for a house with a lot of pets.
Okay, then in terms what we use is glass break detectors, which is this device right here.
Where's that?
Right underneath here.
Okay, right,
Okay.
That's this.
That's this device, correct, right here.
I see it.
Okay.
Yeah, there we got it.
Okay.
And what happens
And what
there?
happens with there is if somebody breaks this window, okay, or any type of glass, the alarm will set off.
So,
Okay.
and this is hooked to the glass.
That's actually hooked into a ceiling or a side door entrance area.
How does it know that the glass is broken?
Okay, it's looking for a frequency that glass is being broken, and it does that.
Oh.
Okay.
So the glass will make the sound.
The glass will make the sound. The unit picks up the
off.
frequency, and it sounds off the alarm.
Now, should you talk to your neighbors about the fact that you have this machine so that they're aware of it? I've seen people just walk by alarms going off, especially in cars, and they pay no attention. They just look upon it as an annoyance because oftentimes they do go off.
Correct. The biggest thing in the alarm industry is, again, it is being monitored through a central station. In other words, the alarm goes off, it goes to a central station, and then a turnaround calls the police department.
So then they will dispatch somebody as quickly as possible to come and take a look.
Correct, correct.
And police as well.
Police and or fire and or medical emergency. A lot of times you see on television for the fact that the little lady is pushing a button and the fire department will come or the paramedics. Again, that does the same thing.
So one should make sure that you have to think. You should make sure all your doors and so on are secure. What about a screen door? Well, let's say you just lock your downstairs screen door and go to bed.
Okay.
And then you just, let me put this down so we can go over there in a minute.
Okay.
I'm going to get this lower so we can see you better.
Okay.
But if you have a screen door, it's probably not a good idea to just leave your screen door there.
It's not recommended, but there are also devices that it's laced with screen. You can open up a window, you can open up a door, and still arm the system. So,
when we come back, we'll take some phone calls. 578-1000 is our telephone number. Kenneth Rubin is our guest this morning. And we want to get the locks in a minute. That's something that you can do for yourself after a visit to the locksmiths or the hardware store and just secure things with good quality locks. And we'll talk about them when we come back.
Fred, next time one of my sons hits a...
Like the brainy young star of Brooklyn Bridge, Danny Girard.
Plus best-selling author Robert Ludlum on the next slide.
Monday morning at 10 on TV5.
I have a variety of locks. Some of these are deadbolt locks. I guess they all are. I'm not quite sure. But at any rate, they all look the same pretty much from the outside, but there are differences. And let's talk about these this morning. Okay. These all look about the same, but are they different?
Okay, Fred, this one here is what we call a double-cylinder deadbolt.
Right here.
Okay.
Now, I'll turn it around. You'll see why it's double cylinder. That's because you have to have...
Again, you have to have a key on both sides. Again, if somebody breaks a glass and reaches in, they can unturn this one, but they can't do this one without a key.
Now, some people are fearful of this kind because unless there's a key near at hand, which is this kind we have, unless there's a key near at hand, you might not be able to get out if you had to get out in a hurry.
That's correct. Again, they recommend keeping a key near a kitchen pantry door in case there is a fire and you do have to get quick access.
Now, this one down here also seems to be the same type.
Correct. That's a little different one that's called Medico. It's a high security lock that's used in government and commercial buildings where security is super tight. This is what we call a key in the knob lock.
And up at the top.
Okay, and that's used in conjunction with the single cylinder deadbolts and any type of deadbolt for a knob.
Now, how about this kind? Is this
that
particularly lesser than these, would you say?
Yes, it is, because the fact is this is a latching type thing. Again, when this is depressed, you can use a credit card to defeat this lock.
So just
by pushing it in, it will depress. It's strictly not for security, but for convenience only.
I see. So if you want to keep out somebody who's determined to get in, this is not what you want.
Correct. You would use a deadbolt.
And you would probably suggest that maybe the best one of all would be the one we just saw here?
Correct. The double-cylinder deadbolt, which is commonly used by locksmiths. That particular brand is called Arrow.
Okay, how about over here we have a variety of padlocks. Now, you're going to use those on your garage or on a tool shed or something like that, right?
Correct. This one here is probably the most common you've seen, Fred. It's in school lockers. This one here is more of a heavier duty one, maybe a bicycle. And these two, again, are Medico, which would be used in protecting a camera or something else that's of great value.
Now look at that. How strong is that? Could you shoot a bullet through it?
Probably not.
What would this cost?
That right there is probably about $80.
$80?
Yeah, it's an expensive lock.
So if you're going to use a lock like this, you want to make sure the hasp and the
hasp and the hinges are protected, are also
strong.
protected, because the lock does not do it as well unless the rest of the reinforcement is protected.
So if this were on a door and the screw's right here, you could just unscrew it and defeat the whole thing.
That's correct.
Yeah, so you have to think a little bit about it. 578-1000 is our phone number. Call us up if you have some questions. We'll take a few phone calls here now. Good morning. Go right ahead, please.
Yes. Hi, Fred. I've been watching you for years.
Well, thank you. I've been here for years.
I wanted to ask Mr. Rubin, if you put the sticker of what type of alarm it is on your car alarm window or your home window, will that give the burglar an advantage, you know, to...
okay. I see what you mean.
Really a good thief, will he know how to disalarm it? And one other question. On your car alarm, if someone else has a car alarm just like yours, can they cut it on and off if they have the same type? Thank you.
Okay. On the stickers situation, generally a burglar will see the stickers, and they'll generally keep away. Exactly. They'll see the stickers and they'll generally walk away. They see signs and stickers on that fact. On the fact on the car alarms, generally, again, professionals, they see a sticker or a sign, they walk away also.
So they're not going to...
So they're not going to even bother to really go after it in that case.
What about a situation where you have a certain type of alarm and the burglar also has a similar type of alarm? Would he then know better how to defeat your alarm?
He may in certain sense, but the fact is everybody installs them differently. Again, he probably, again, going back to the signs and stickers, he will usually generally go to the easiest house that's without one.
Good morning. What's your question?
Yes, we've been looking at security systems and are kind of confused about the advantages and disadvantages of the hardwire and wireless systems.
All right.
Okay, good question. Hardwire is generally overall the best. Wireless is good. In the last 2 years, there have been really some good developments. The hardwire, again, everything is hidden. The wireless, the devices look like a half a pack of cigarettes on your windows. So for cosmetic reasons, you may want to go hardwire. For wireless, if you can hide them behind shades and curtains, you should also be okay.
Okay. Your question, please.
Yes, I have insurance. Why do I need an alarm system, Mr. Rubin?
All right.
Okay, well, it's really for a peace of mind. Anything else. It's for peace of mind, not so much for your home, and also, again, you're protecting that burglar away from your particular home.
Because a lot of things, if you were to lose them, would not be replaceable. I mean,
Correct, including your life.
Yeah, including your life. Plus, there's also that